we're here today to talk about FullFibre's experience with providing Read and Write to all of their 230 staff with our Read and Write enterprise license. So we're going to find out today more about why FullFibre invested in Read and Write and the results that they've seen as a result really of their staff using the tool. So we have Natasha Bevan, Senior HR Advisor at FullFibre here with us today. And my name is Nicola Warnock, and I am the Account Manager, Account Director for FullFibre and an Inclusion Specialist at Text Help. So without any further delay, we're going to jump into some questions for Natasha. So Natasha, we're so happy to have you here today.
Thank you for having me.
Not at all. So the first question we're going to jump into is, can you tell us a bit about your company and its role in your industry?
Yeah, so FullFibre are a wholesale services only broadband network provider. So think BT and OpenReach. We are the OpenReach to other suppliers' BT, essentially. So that's who we are. We believe generally that technology changes lives for the better, fuels innovation, encourages the pursuit of passions, and drives economic growth. And we do that by building in smaller regional towns as opposed to the big smoke towns and cities and stuff that we've got around the UK, to essentially just ensure that everyone can have access to a great broadband network and not just having to live in the big cities.
Excellent. So you've been a customer of ours. You've had Read and Write since 2023. Can you tell us a little bit about what your motivation was behind looking for a product like Read and Write?
Yeah, so we're using different tools, different online free tools across the across the internet, and it kind of didn't really have the everything we needed, and there are tools within the Windows PCs that we use that, like your screen masking and things like that, but sometimes they were kind of glaringly obvious to people as opposed to kind of maybe being a little bit more subtle, and also, if people weren't sure on how to put them onto their computers, they were having to ask for that, which then they may seem as embarrassing or that kind of thing, really. So when we were looking at Read and Write, so I actually attended your it was a full day of webinars and things like that, and it was brilliant. Festival of Inclusion, that's the one. And it was absolutely brilliant. The whole day was great. And when I there was a demo of the Text Help and Read and Write system, and it was just brilliant. I'm currently studying for my CIPD at the moment in HR, and Read and Write's really helped me personally, just because I'm currently undergoing a diagnosis of ADHD. My brain can work at 1,000 miles an hour. So actually Read and Write's been really good to help with especially the autocorrect function in the background, because I can spell things wrong and I don't know about it, which is lovely. And then having the screen masking has been really useful when I'm trying to read and doing my study itself. It really helps kind of track the page and where I am when I'm reading, especially like a big body of text. And the highlight tool has been really useful as well, because I've been able to, on my text, I've been able to go, right, well, that's great for rewards, that's great for another topic, and and then actually it will bring them all together really nicely. So that's been really useful for me. I'm quite excited to hear as well, or use the MP3 function to kind of use that to, especially because I'm very much an audio learner as opposed to a visual learner, or typing up itself. So I know that if I've written it down and then I can kind of play it back to myself, then I know that I've kind of written it right, because it makes sense to me auditory. But actually across the business, we've seen quite a lot of people take it up. And it's not been a case of pushing it out to just people asking for it. We've been able to push it out to everybody, so it's inclusive and no one's had to ask for those questions, ask for the function. And actually another really great aspect of it was the free families, being able to bring it up for other people in the business who, they're, especially because, it's hereditary, isn't it? Some of the difficulties that people have. So with that being hereditary, the need for it, especially if they have that need for it within the business, there are potentially people at home who also may need that. So being able to offer that function to everybody and not just employees has been really rewarding.
The CSR aspect of that is great, isn't it? Like in terms of being able to extend that support to, as you say, the family members of your colleagues, which is great. And then being able to pass that on to your digital infrastructure colleagues as well will be excellent.
Yeah, definitely.
So the next thing is just, have you found any new or kind of additional benefits to using Read&Write?
The whole platform, I would talk to anybody about it anyway. And I know that in like the HR Ninjas group on Facebook and all of the socials and stuff, if people have said, do we have anything like this? I'm usually the first person on that post going, speak to Text Help, they'll have everything you need, which is really useful. And I really like I've forgotten about it before actually, but the prediction. So especially when I'm writing, so when I'm doing that and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, what's that word? The prediction is so useful to be able to really help me with, oh yeah, what was I trying to say, or that kind of thing, which is really useful.
Excellent. So you would recommend Read&Write to others then?
Oh yeah, I do. Not just would. Yeah, I absolutely do. The Text Help team are amazing as well, so it's been really good to have like yourself on board and Anya from before as well, so that was lovely.